Hi, this is Ashok Alshala, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, Kakatiya Government College, Hanamkonda, Warangal, Urban District, Telangana State, India. In today's session, Carbanian 1, Session 3, BSc Chemistry, third semester, the fourth unit, Carbanion. In this session 3, we're going to discuss today. And in session 1 and 2, we discussed about what is carbanion, how does it is formed, what is the geometry, and what are the important reactions of carbanion, tautomerism, terminal alkynes, etc. We discussed in session 1 and 2. In this session 3, let us see what we will going to discuss. In session 3, let us see what we will going to discuss. That is going to be the going to be the in session 3 we will going to discuss some reactions. Actually, in this what we have is the other topic in this carbanion we have is some named reactions like different reactions, that is aldol condensation and benzoin condensation, Perkin reaction and haloform reaction, etc. we have in the Carbanian chapter. Let us see in this reaction spot. Let us see what is the reaction we are going to discuss is today. That is aldol reaction we are going to discuss. Now let us see what is aldol reaction. The aldol addition reaction involves the addition of alpha carbon of an enolizable aldehyde or a ketone to the carbonyl group of another aldehyde or ketone, and thus by giving beta hydroxycarbonyl compound, also known as an aldol, indicating both aldehyde and alcohol groups. The reaction is catalyzed more commonly by base or sometimes by an acid. And if the beta hydroxycarbonyl compound containing an alpha hydrogen undergoes subsequent dehydration to yield an alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, the entire process is also called as aldol condensation. The dehydration step is possible under the aldol reaction condition, or mostly carried out by heating in the presence of an acid or sometimes during acidic workup. Let us see, this is a simple aldol reaction where it is called as an acetaldehyde, two molecules. In presence of sodium hydroxide, we will get 3-hydroxy butanol, and which on dehydration will get alpha beta unsaturated butanaldehyde is the product. Now let us see, this is another way to represent an aldol condensation. See, this is an acetaldehyde molecule, this is another acetaldehyde molecule. First, this carbanion is formed, this undergo, that is adding to here the second molecule. This is going to add the second molecule and get a beta hydroxy ketone. This is going to be the beta hydroxy aldehyde, not ketone. And finally, you will get alpha beta unsaturated aldehydes or ketones with respect to the starting material. Now let us see what actually the aldol reaction and aldol condensation. See, this is a general reaction in the case of the aldol reaction. And here, this is one ketone molecule, this is another ketone molecule. During this reaction, you will get alpha hydroxy ketone, that is, sorry, beta hydroxy a ketone is formed. And here to here, this we call it as the aldol reaction. Whereas after dehydration, you will get alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, and this entire reaction we call it as the aldol condensation. See the difference between the what is aldol reaction and what is aldol condensation reaction. Now let us see the mechanism of the reaction. Then what happens during in presence of acidic medium, the hydroxide ion will take the proton, where you know that the alpha carbon has the hydrogens present on the alpha carbon to the carbonyl carbon is acidic in nature. That's why it will be attracted by the hydroxide ion, and so that it will be removed in the form of water and a carbanion is generated. This carbanion is going to add now carbonyl carbon, and this is an intermediate formed where oxygen will have the negative charge, and this will be protonated in presence of water. Already water is there, and here it is going to be the 3-hydroxybutanol, and which undergo dehydration, and you'll get methacrylate aldehyde, or it is simply called as the crotonaldehyde is formed. Now let us see, in basic medium for a given general reaction, the first step in the base catalyzed aldol reaction is the abstraction of an alpha hydrogen from the enolizable carbonyl compound to give a resonance stabilized enolate ion. Usually this step is slow and rate determining step. This is going to be the first step. This is going to be the rate determining step. Now let us see, the other one is this is going to be the hydroxide ion take the proton, and so that you'll get a carbanion which undergo resonance, and we'll get a resonance stabilized enolate ion is formed. Now see this, for a general reaction usually hydroxide ion is used as a base. Then what is the reason? It is since it is less basic than the enolate ion. So this ensures the formation of only small amount of enolate ion, and is a necessary condition for further reaction of this ion with unionized carbonyl compound. Otherwise, if strong bases like amides are used, all the reactant molecules are converted to enolate ions and no further addition is possible. That's why we use only the hydroxide ion as a base in this reactor. The next step is the nucleophilic addition of enolate anion to the carbonyl group of second aldehyde or ketone molecule. The final product formed after protic workup is a beta hydroxy carbonyl compound that is called as an aldol, and this is going to be the carbanion or enolate ion, which is generated by abstracting the proton from by a base, and this is going to be adds here, and after workup the removal of that is going to be the work that is in presence of in water, the H plus ion is taken by the enolate ion, we will get beta hydroxy carbonyl compound. Now let us see, the other one is, the next step is the nucleophilic addition of enolate anion, and here the enolate acts as a enolate acts as a nucleophile, and to the carbonyl group of second aldehyde or ketone molecule. The final product formed after protic workup is beta hydroxybutanaldehyde. This is going to be in aldol reaction. The enolizable aldehyde or ketone acts as a nucleophile, whereas the carbonyl group of other molecule acts as the electrophilic center. This is going to be the same, the previous one. Now see this. In acidic medium for a general reaction, initially an enol is generated from the enolizable carbonyl compound during acid catalyzed aldol reaction. See, this is what happens. Here the oxygen is protonated by, this is donating the enol, this is this is an acidic hydrogen, and this will be moved to here, it is protonated so that it will be removed and you will get an enol, or you see this one. After forming the enol, the formed enol reacts with the protonated carbonyl group of another molecule in this way. This is going to be the protonated carbonyl carbon, and now it is going to add to the second molecule, either aldehyde or ketone, so that you will get a beta hydroxy carbonyl compound is formed here. Now let us see this one. After forming the beta hydroxy, what I want to say, carbonyl compound, the spontaneous dehydration of beta hydroxy carbonyl compound containing an alpha hydrogen may be possible under the aldol reaction condition or by heating in acidic medium. The formation of a stable alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound is the driving force for this step. Hence, initial aldol addition product is often not isolated. It proceeds via even CB, that is elimination unimolecular conjugate base mechanism. Initially, the hydroxide ion removes acidic alpha hydrogen to yield an enolate ion, which is a conjugate base of aldol. In the second step, the hydroxide ion is lost from the enolate ion to furnish alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. You can see this is the dehydration step, where the enol, that is the hydroxy beta hydroxy group will take the proton in acidic medium by heating. Then what happens, it is going to be an oxonium ion, and this will be loses a water molecule, and you will get a beta alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound is formed. Now let us see this one, that is the dehydration step. In the case of the acidic medium, it proceeds via E1CB mechanism. Initially, the same, it will be repeated. You can see the conjugate base of the aldol. Now, both the aldol reactions and condensations are reversible. In aldol reactions between two molecules of the same aldehyde are generally quite successful, since the equilibrium lies for the right and the yields are very high. The formation of aldol beta hydroxybutyraldehyde from two molecules of acetaldehyde and subsequent dehydration to protonaldehyde occurs readily in presence of base like sodium hydroxide or sodium carbonate, or acids like hydrogen chloride. And you can see this one, the reaction. And here beta hydroxyketone, after the dehydration you will get the crotonaldehyde. See, in this case there are two geometric isomers E and Z possible for crotonaldehyde. Aldol reaction with the same ketone molecule. Previously we discussed mainly ketone with an aldehyde or two ketone. However, the equilibrium lies to the left in the case of ketones. The equilibrium is to be shifted to the right to achieve satisfactory yields by adjusting the reaction condition. A oxalate extractor is generally employed to serve this purpose. A mixture of products formed in case of unsymmetrical ketones if both the groups have alpha hydrogens. However, such ketones react preferentially at a less hindered site. The major addition product formed when 2-butanone is treated with a base is shown in the next slide. See this one. What happens here? This is the two ketone molecules of the same, and here you know what is the name. 1 2 3 4 means butanone. 2-butanone molecule in presence of a base, you will get a hydroxy compound, beta hydroxy compound, which is a major one. Here if you observe its side, this is going to be the less hindered side, that's why OH is formed here, that's why it is a major product. Whereas here two ethyl groups are there in this, that is methyl group is there here, that's why it is more hindered side, and this type of configuration compound is formed in less or minor product. Aldol reaction with the same ketone. However, each of above addition products undergoes dehydration easily by giving E and Z isomers of corresponding alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Thus, for isomeric alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compounds are formed in the reaction upon completion of the reaction. With the two different enolizable carbonyl compound. This we can say it is a crossed aldol condensation. A mixture of addition products are formed when two different enolizable carbonyl compounds are subjected to aldol reaction condition. For example, 4 different addition products are formed without considering the stereoisomers when two different enolizable aldehydes are reacted, that is two aldols from reaction between molecules of the same aldehyde, and two said to be the crossed aldol products from different aldehyde molecules. When a mixture of acetaldehyde and propanaldehyde are treated with a base, mixture of 4 addition products are formed as shown in this slide. And you see, this is the propanaldehyde, This is going to be the acetaldehyde. And this is formed, aldol is formed between the two molecules of acetaldehyde. And this is formed between the two molecules of propanaldehyde. And this will be formed crossed aldol product formed when alpha hydrogen of acetaldehyde attacks on the carbonyl group of the propanaldehyde. This is also crossed aldol product formed when alpha hydrogen alpha carbon of propanaldehyde attacks on carbonyl group of acetaldehyde. In this way, if you use two different aldehydes or ketones, this is called as crossed aldol condensation. In this case, we have the four different compounds, that is a mixture of the compounds are formed. Two are, what I meant to say, one is formed, that is one aldol is found with this one aldol is found with this one, therefore these two, and one is formed by here is if you use alpha carbon of this one, and another one is by using alpha carbon of this one, so that totally we will get the four compounds. Now let us see this one. Again, each of these addition product gives two geometrical isomers upon dehydration, leading to 8 different condensed product. That is why the aldol reaction between two different enolizable carbonyl compounds is seldom employed in organic synthesis. Generally, we not use this type because it gives a mixture of aldols. In the crossed aldol reaction, we use in two different carbonyls. One is enolizable and another is non-enolizable. So that will be a synthetic use. Only one crossed aldol product is found when one of the carbonyl compound lacks of alpha hydrogen. For example, cinnamaldehyde is formed as the only crossed aldol product when acetaldehyde or enolizable reacts with the benzaldehyde, which is non-enolizable because it does not have any alpha hydrogen in basic medium. See, this is the case. What happens? This is a benzaldehyde having no alpha hydrogen, whereas it has only alpha hydrogen, and you will get the cinnamaldehyde is a compound. In the above reaction, the self-aldol condensation of acetaldehyde is competing reaction. To suppress this, along with the possible Cannizzaro reaction, slow addition of acetaldehyde to benzaldehyde is maintained. In mild alkaline medium is suggested. That's why you will get only the single compound. Since the carbonyl, the second use or second synthetic utility is the crossed aldol reactions between an aldehyde and a ketone. Since the carbonyl carbon of aldehyde is more electrophilic, and you know that aldehydes are more reactive than the ketones, than that of the ketone, the reaction between an aldehyde and a ketone synthetically viable. The alpha carbon of a ketone usually adds to the carbonyl carbon of aldehyde, leading to only one major product. The aldol reaction of acetaldehyde with acetophenone leads to the formation of 1-phenyl but-2-ene 1-one predominantly. See this reaction. This is going to be acetophenone, where it is having the alpha hydrogen, and this is going to be the acetaldehyde. It is also having the acidic proton. In presence of base, you'll get to 1-phenyl but-2-ene 1 only. So that this is also very useful. And direct aldol reaction. And this is the direct aldol reactions involved. Direct aldol reaction performed enolate of the carbonyl compound using strong base like LDA, that is lithium diisopropylamide. The lithium enolate is treated with another carbonyl compound to achieve desired crossed aldol addition. The lithium enolate can be either cis or Z or trans or E. Cis enolate usually gives syn addition product, and trans enolate gives anti addition product. The most of the cases, the cis form is kinetically favored, and hence syn ketol is formed selectively as the major product of addition. This diastereo selectivity is due to the formation of a cyclic 6-member transition state. This is what is called as Zimmermann-Traxler transition state. in which the bulky group of carbonyl compound favorably takes pseudo-equatorial position, whereas the bulky group of the enolate has to take pseudo-axial position. This leads to syn product. You can see this one. Here it is tertiary butyl, a compound, a ketone compound with LDA. What happens? You will get a lithium enolate ion. It may be cis or Z enolate, or it may be cis or Z enolate. Will get the syn addition, and you will get the compound is erythroquetol. And here what is actually happens in this case, a cyclic form is formed. Methyl group gets pseudo-axial position since it is cis to the enolate oxygen. And here the phenyl group favors pseudo-equatorial position, so that you will get this type of enolate ion, and here we will get an erythroquetol is formed. This is a Zimmermann Taxer membered 6-membered ring structure. This is only called. Then, however, with the cyclic system, the trans enolates are formed due to ring constraints. Hence, anti-addition product is formed as major product. The ring carbon must be at pseudo-axial position in the cyclic transition state. Hence, anti-addition product is formed as a major product. And see what happens in this case. It is a trans or E-enolate ion, which is the Zimmermann Taxil, a 6-membered ring is formed. Ring carbon gets pseudo-equatorial position since it is trans to enolate oxygen. And here you will get this is a 6-membered ring, and which gives a anti or threoketol is formed in this case. Acetone yields diacetone alcohol when treated with the barium hydroxide as an addition product. This is going to be in the case of acetone in presence of barium hydroxide. The same acetone, the mesitol oxide may be further condensed with another molecule of acetone to give phorone. See, in the case of the what I meant to say, just a minute, forward. See, in the case of what I meant to say, barium hydroxide, in the case of the barium hydroxide, you will get a diacetone alcohol, whereas in the case of HCl, you will get what first we will get, this was a compound, phorone will formed. First it is phorone, and here this is actually previous step. First we will get the mesitol oxide, followed by the one more molecule is added, so that you will get the phorone molecule is here, mesitol oxide, and this going to be formed phorone molecule. Now let us see some other example. An intramolecular version of aldol condensation is illustrated below with 6-oxoheptanol. This is going to be in presence of potassium hydroxide. There will be some internal aldol condensation takes place, and you will get alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound. Since the carbonyl carbon of aldehyde is more electrophilic than that of ketone, and 5-membered ring is more entropy favored than 7-membered ring, the above product is formed predominantly. And examples for aldol condensation, this is going to be the 2,6-heptene-dione, and you can see it is also an internal aldol condensation takes place. In presence of potassium hydroxide, you will get some enol, that is a carbanion is generated. Here the carbanion is generated so that it undergo nucleophilic addition. Then you will get an enolate, that is enolate ion, and this enolate ion takes water, that is protonated, and then you will get this is an intermediate, which on further rearrangement, elimination of water takes place. Then you will get alpha beta unsaturated a ketone compound is formed. Limitations of aldol reaction. Mixed aldol additions where both carbonyl compounds having alpha hydrogen gives mixture of products like this. It gives a mixture of products, therefore it is somewhat difficult to separate all these aldehydes from the reaction mixture. Now let us see what is not a step in the mechanism of the aldol reaction. With this we concluded the aldol reactions, aldol condensation. Let us see how far we discussed this one. What is not a step in the mechanism of aldol reaction? See, this is the A, where hydroxide ion is added to this proton, alpha proton, and here the oxide ion is added to the carbon. Here it is the double bonded one is added to the carbon, and here the water is added to this one. Can you tell me, can you guess which does not involve in the aldol reaction? See, this is going to, because the oxygen never adds to the carbonyl carbon, either that is the carbonyl carbon only, the nucleophile is added like this. We will get this nucleophile is added like this, but not this one. That's why this step is not involved in this reaction. Now let us go for the another reaction. Which one of the following is not likely to be formed during the aldol reaction? Not likely to be formed in the aldol reaction. A beta hydroxycarbonyl compound, a alpha beta unsaturated carbonyl compound, alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound, or all of the above are possible. Which one of the following is not likely to be formed among these four, which is not able to form, which is not formed during the aldol reaction? Can you guess? This does not form, that is alpha. This is A for alpha. Alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound is not formed. Why? Because you will get alpha beta unsaturated and beta hydroxycarbonyl compound is formed, not this alpha hydroxycarbonyl compound. Let us see one more reaction, one more question. Enolate formed during aldol reaction acts as an electrophile, a nucleophile, a Lewis base, or proton donor. Can you guess what may be the answer for this one? See, can you guess it? Now let us see what it may be the answer. That is going to be the nucleophile. It acts as the enolate ion acts in the aldol reaction as a nucleophile. Let us see other one more reaction, one more question. The number of aldol condensation products possible when a mixture of benzaldehyde and acetaldehyde is treated with a strong base. Benzaldehyde and acetaldehyde is treated with a strong base, not mild. You remember, it is a strong base. Can you guess? 2, 1, 3, 4. Can you guess the answer? The answer is 2. Because it is a strong base, you remember it is a strong base. Acetaldehyde and benzaldehyde react to form one compound, and acetaldehyde alone react to form one further compound. Being benzaldehyde does not having any alpha hydrogen, the self condensation is not possible. If it is a weak base and addition of acetaldehyde is slowly added to the benzaldehyde during the reaction, you will get one compound. But if you use a strong base, you will get the two compounds. Now let us see one more. One is the which of the following cannot undergoes aldol reaction? Can you guess? Ethanol, propanone, propanol. Can you guess what may be the reaction? That is going to be, what I meant to say, methanol is the right answer. And in this way, I hope you understood what is aldol reaction, what is aldol condensation, and what is the mechanism in crossed aldol condensation, and also internal aldol condensation. What is the mechanism involved in this aldol condensation reaction we discussed with different examples. And what are the limitations of aldol condensation also discussed in this session. I hope it is useful to you, and if it is useful, then if you understood clearly, then you like and subscribe my channel and share among the student community, so that it is very useful to all student community, so that I can say bye to for this today's lesson or today's session. And in the next session, that is in session 4, we'll discuss about the other reactions like Perkin reaction, benzoin condensation, and another one is the haloform reaction. And so that we can conclude this Carbanian 1 in the next session. Thank you, one and all. And we will meet in the next session.